I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Welcome back to the Quarter Mile Podcast. We are here, and so are you. Welcome back. We're still in the jungle, aren't we? Yeah, we are still talking about Jumanji. We traded Madeline out from the last episode to bring back a new guest, a new friend, not a new friend to us, but a new friend to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tiffany Harris to our podcast.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome.
That was my clap and yell.
Was that okay?
Thank you.
Loved it. It sounded like you were creating like jungle magic for her.
Ooh,
You were like doing some kind of.
like that.
Tiffany, we're so glad you're here.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Tiffany is a comedian and a friend and a caregiver and a podcaster. She'll maybe tell us a little bit about her podcast too. But Tiffany, just going into it, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about. You can choose to answer either or both, or I guess neither if you wanted to. That would be weird. But what's your relationship to the Fast and Furious, or since we are covering the movie today, Jumanji or Jumanji to the next level?
Okay.
And then, if you don't mind, tell us a little about your amazingly awesome best ever podcast that you do.
Well, thanks so much. Yeah. So I don't know much about the Fast and Furious, which is really bad because I like movies, but I haven't really seen all of them.
Okay.
So I feel like I probably see them when they run like TBS and TNT. That's really bad. But I know about them more because of Drew, so I've started to watch more.
I feel like I've converted more people to Fast and Furious than I did to Jesus when I was a youth pastor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I really did. Like,
Yeah, I was converted, so it's fine. It's like, I'm already Christian. But yeah, so I don't know much about that. But then Jumanji, watched the first one, did not see these until now. But I watched both of them because I felt like I had to have context.
This would be a weird movie without the first one.
It would be, yeah. I said, he was like, yeah, you should watch this one. I said, okay, I have to watch the second one and the first one. So, yeah. So definitely, I feel like I'm going to go back and watch the second one again because I feel like I missed some stuff.
Oh, did you watch like the second one first?
No. I watched the first one.
Okay.
I watched the first one. And
with Robin Williams?
No. Oh, well, yeah, I watched the original. So I've seen the original because I was like, oh, it's going to be, the original was really creepy and it had like tarantulas and stuff. And then this one, it felt like, oh, okay, it's just a little bit more like crude, but it's not as scary and creepy and like funny. And I like the lightheartedness. So I don't know. But I've seen both of them now. So I've seen all three.
Look at you're a Jumanji expert. You're right up with us. We're all three.
And I want to see the next one that potentially could be coming out.
That could be. You're right.
I'll see it. We'll get into it when we talk about the movie more. But like, I liked this movie enough where I was like, I'd watch a third. I'd watch,
Okay. Yeah, no. It was cute. Yeah. I want to know how they're going to go back in the game.
I don't think they will. I don't
think they will either.
The third one, the thing is the game comes to them similar to the Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like they couldn't figure out how the game even got back
to them. Yeah.
So, yeah. That is a mystery to me. I would love to find out.
I have a theory that we'll get into later because it's based off of a fun fact that I learned about this movie that I feel like it should have been more known, but it was something a writer said in an interview, and I was like, that seems like anyway. But before we get into talking about Jumanji to the next level, tell us about your podcast.
Well, Drew is the producer for It's Living Through the Shift podcast.
Okay.
That's why I bring it up. I'm like, tell us about our podcast.
Yeah. No, it's definitely our podcast. So it's called Living Through the Shift, or you can take the F off. That's fine. But it's a podcast that's really dedicated to caregivers. It's not really about, I think initially it was millennials and Gen Xers, and just a lot of people have connected with it in general. So this first season has been me interviewing a lot of people who generally are local to Nashville. We did have, and just people that I know who I've learned throughout this process of being a caregiver for my mom with dementia. And it's been really interesting. So we've had like some really great guests come on. My Crystal came on, Crystal Marshall from BET, so that was really fun. And she
You
talked.
said Crystal Marshall.
Yeah, she's a family friend, and she came and talked about strategic decisions, being a
wow.
caregiver and stuff like that, like before you get to that stage. And then we've had people recently come on the episode that came out yesterday. It was about housing options for your loved ones and just starting to have those conversations. So we're talking about it. We're having hard conversations. So
That need to be had.
yeah, that people are afraid of. So it's exciting. I'm getting the footing for it. So yeah, this is really
I
good.
think it's a fantastic resource for anyone who is currently a caregiver and you're living in the literal shift.
Yep.
Or if it's something that's maybe, I mean, for all of it, it's gonna be on the horizon. So I know for me, it's been helpful just kind of listening as I've been producing, because a lot of the things you all talk about are things that, like, when I think about like my aging mother, like I'm afraid for the future. Like I don't have to deal with it right now, but I know like at some point I will. So it's been a nice like help for like, oh, when I have to worry about that, I already know a little bit based off of what I've heard in the podcast. So that's good. And for any of our viewers, so we currently are basically a month in the past from when this episode comes out.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you will be able to catch the entire first season of Living Through the Shift. We'll make it and we'll add the link in our stuff, so you'll be able to see that. And I highly recommend you check it out. So
Yes, please do. Yeah, you're not alone. So it's really great.
yeah. And it has nothing to do with movies or Fast and Furious.
It doesn't. But it's funny. We talk
True.
about aging parents a lot,
Yeah.
and there's like some funny quips. So I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of podcasts, we're also on a podcast right now. Let's get into talking about Jumanji 2,
Jumanji.
The Next Level.
Jumanji.
So this movie came out in 2019 and had a budget of 130 million. And I want to know you all's best guess as to how much do you think it made worldwide?
Okay. You said 130
130.
worldwide.
And I should, CJ already knows because she was in the last episode and led it.
5?
It had a tremendous success. The
I
last one
feel
had-
like almost $1 billion.
You said,
Probably.
okay, so this one, you said this had tremendous success?
Well, I was giving Tiffany a hint, but I guess it came about how the last one had tremendous success.
Okay, what's your guess?
I mean, not $1 billion, but like, great. Can I do a range?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
We don't have any specific rules.
600 to, I don't know,
600 to 800.
850.
Okay.
I was going 350 to 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Your range was closer and
Okay.
actually did cover it because it made, and I couldn't believe this, $801 million.
Okay, yeah. I could see that.
Stop. And the last one made 926.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Listen, I enjoyed both these movies,
But you just don't understand.
but it's crazy that they made
Budget.
that much.
I mean,
I think it's when you look at the cast, when you look at
Yes.
you look at all the name brand of Jumanji, like it kind of makes sense, but like to me, this isn't an 800 million.
now let me ask you this: because it came out in 2019, did it go to Blu-ray or anything like that, DVD or home video or anything?
I don't know. I think eventually it did, but like it was. I mean, I think this is mostly in theaters, is what
Mostly
they talk
theater.
about.
Yeah.
So, okay. So it was directed
for it.
by Jake Kasdan, who also directed the first one.
Yeah.
And fun little fact, he was a producer for New Girl for the entire time it was out. There. So I like to.
Okay.
Sometimes when I never heard of these people, I try to look them up and learn something.
Nice.
And so the returning cast: Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Karen Gillan, and Nick Jonas.
Yep.
Fun fact
So
about
good.
Karen Gillan that I didn't know because I was like, how do I recognize this woman?
Yeah.
She played Nebula in Guardians of the
Guardians
Galaxy.
of the Galaxy.
Okay.
And
yeah.
as soon as I heard that, I was like, the eyes. I was like, I definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked a lot different as Nebula.
She was fun in this movie.
A lot of people said she's like almost like stole the show as like the best actor in this movie.
I feel so. Yeah.
I agree.
It's a tie for me between her and Jack Black. 'Cause
It's always going to be Jack Black
Jack
for me.
Black.
It's always going to be
like-
Jack Black for me.
I
Yeah.
liked Karen's character the best.
Yes.
But Jack Black,
You're
like,
not gonna
all
miss
the
me with
different
him. With
all the different
Jackalus.
acting, you know.
I feel like she had a nice arc.
Yes,
Like,
With
like,
Jackson
yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
Jackson Black.
I don't know if that's his real name, but I
It
just
should be. I hope it is.
Jackson
be.
Black.
He's not a Jackson. There's no way.
He's not a
He
No,
could
no.
be.
But what if he was? I mean, he has a lot of rhythm in him.
He could,
He was-
I was just thinking, like, when I look at his face, I think Jack.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like if that was his mommy, My little Jack. Yeah, my little Jack.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
looks at that baby like Jackson.
Jackson.
If they did, that'd be awesome, though.
Right.
No, I want to talk about his character because I'm sure we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll
but
get to that.
We'll get to it, yeah.
But in addition with the cast, we also had the children who I didn't recognize them or anything.
Yes.
Alex Wolf, Morgan Turner, Madison Izuman,
Yeah.
Sarah Darius Blonde,
Mm-hmm.
and then added to the cast, we had Danny DeVito, Danny
Yes.
Glover,
Yeah.
Yes.
Aquafina.
I have a story
Yes.
about Danny Glover, but we can keep going on that.
I would love. I'd love to hear the story because I'm sure it starts with like I met him once.
I did not. I did not, but let's keep going.
Well, I
Oh
was
my
gonna say I Aquafina. I was trying to like see where I recognized her from. Learned it through IMDb. She is a rapper and a comedian.
She is.
So
yeah.
the comedian, that's how I recognized her. But then I went through a deep dive and like watched her rap videos as
Yeah.
Yeah.
well. Not.
Well, we both.
I'm sorry. I wasn't as impressed either. I don't.
Yeah. That's why she doesn't rap.
She has a lot of controversy, but like,
Really?
yeah.
I'll continue that deep dive later.
It's a great one.
Yeah, she was in Crazy Rich Asians, and then she was in
Um,
Nora, like Nora from Queens.
Nora from Queens.
Queens, and then
Which
yeah,
I honestly loved that show.
yeah.
I think
and-
her real name is Nora too.
Her name is Nora.
Because
Yeah.
that was a little fun because there was a character in this movie.
Her real name is Nora.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But what was your Danny Glover story?
So I was in if you know his name is Michael T. Williams. He is an actor. You might know I'll tell you where you know him from. He was Bubba Gump.
Okay.
On Fast and
Furious.
Fast and
Fast-
Forrest-
on in the in Bubba in that movie. He was
yeah, Forrest
Forrest
Gump.
Gump.
Gump. He
Yeah.
was Bubba.
Okay.
And he was my acting teacher. And I was blessed to have him as an acting coach for about a week and a half. And I maybe made a mistake and told him about Danny Glover. And I was like, I hate Danny Glover. Danny Glover's isn't it? And I did not realize that I was just talking. And so he was like, yeah, I need you never to repeat that. And it was, I was a part of the Nashville 13. It was called Nashville 13. And we got a chance to be in the acting classes when it was the film festival that came.
Oh, okay.
The film
Yeah,
festival came.
that's right.
And and I was like, I hate Danny Glover. Danny Glover's stupid. The reason I didn't like him is
Right.
because of the color purple.
Oh, okay.
And I remember
yeah, that
us
makes
talking
sense.
about this before.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes
And
sense.
so Michael T.
No.
Williamson was like, I need you to never say that again.
Yeah.
I wonder why is that if I'm not in Hollywood because of that now.
Maybe,
No.
maybe that's it. Maybe that's,
no,
I need to
You're-
see the color
you're there.
purple to understand the context. Because when I think of
You
Danny
have
Glover,
that?
I think of like of
Lethal Weapon and stuff.
I think of Lethal Weapon, but I also think of that baseball movie he was in with the Angels.
The Angels, yeah. No, I have never been able to watch him after The Color Purple. He did such an amazing job
yes,
to the point where I was like, I hate.
Huh.
he really encapsulated it.
Like I walked out of a movie when he was in it once. Beloved.
Oh my god! But Beloved is really dark.
Beloved is so dark and it is so good, but I walked out the movie because he was in the movie.
Thankfully for CJ, Danny Glover wasn't a ton in this movie.
No, he was
Although,
No.
what it was,
He was in it.
I thought it was funny that Danny DeVito had a good amount of stage time. But when you think about him and the two Dannys,
I know.
they weren't in this movie a ton. However, you didn't feel like that because
When you saw them,
when
they
you-
making an
when,
impact.
when they were making an impact in the scenes they were in, but also for half the movie in Jumanji, The Rock was being Danny DeVito and
Jack
Kevin
Black.
Hart was being
Yeah.
Mouse.
I kind of
Yeah.
forgot that that they really were just at the beginning and end of the movie. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
What a nice paycheck to get for what do you think, a day of filming?
Oh, I'm sure not even a whole day.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, let's talk about some movie trivia. This film connects Jumanji from 1995 as and I'm gonna mess up her name, Baby Nearworth. She reprises her role as Nora Shepherd, who was the aunt of Peter, and Judy, who played the Jumanji board game. So she played the little girl in the Jumanji board game 24 years ago, and she was the owner of the restaurant at the end.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
here's a fun little
Love
thing,
fun.
I
fact.
knew I saw something. Okay.
right? And And again, they really, really, especially in this one, try to force you to believe that these three movies are connected. The
Yeah.
1995 and the other two. I think it would have been easier if they just said, "This is not Jumanji. We're going to call it a different movie entirely."
Yeah.
But technically, since at the end of the 1995 movie, they all lost their memory of the events,
Mhm.
technically it could be the same person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't
Me
like
too.
it, but it could be.
I forget they lose their memory.
Yeah. That's a cop out in most movies when at the end they don't remember.
Yeah.
Like the end of the first Pokemon movie, Mewtwo
don't
wipes all.
remember. Like, what happened?
So, anyway, here's another fact. Oh, this goes back to what we were talking about for a potential third movie.
Okay.
Several sources, including the writers and producers, have confirmed that Jurgen the Brutal was not just an NPC, but an avatar for a yet to be revealed player. So here's my pitch for the third movie.
Okay.
He survived, and he comes to the real world with his army of ostriches and other.
Oh, I do like that.
But
That makes sense.
Yeah, but here's the question.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm with
Who
that.
who is he? Has his real life person been in the movie yet? Who would we put him
mean,
as?
a college professor, maybe?
Mm.
I mean, okay.
I think he's the teacher that Bethany mouthed off to.
I
in
was
the
gonna say
beginning.
I don't
Because
think he's
he's-
the college professor.
but
I
I
think
think-
he's the coach.
Okay. Somebody, yeah.
He's somebody. I don't
He's a
think he's a
teacher.
professor though, but he is a teacher.
He's
Yeah.
somewhere in education.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm 110,000% with that.
Yeah. I can
But
see
not
that.
the professor
No,
for some reason.
I kept expecting.
Ooh.
I kept and I don't think it's who he is, but I kept expecting a flip for Joe Jonas's character. Like I kept expecting this movie for him to be some kind of villain.
I was thinking that too. But
I didn't think that.
well, I mean, I could see it, but I like Alex's character of just
Yeah.
being really
Yeah.
like just a really nice guy.
My thought was like,
I thought he would come back as a bad guy.
I just, he'd been in there for 20 years, so a lot of stuff has happened that you don't even know.
Well, okay, now,
right?
okay, on the flip side of that
Yeah.
dime, I could see that.
And there was a
that part.
moment, and I don't remember what it was because it was very subtle. But I remember when watching this one, I was like, well, maybe he's gonna turn on them or something. But he
Yeah.
didn't. I would be sad though because he is a nice
He's
character.
really great.
I thought he was probably the sweetest of them.
Yep.
He was.
We said this last week, but when I saw him pop up on screen, I was like, oh, I forgot about the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like he did really. I've liked him in things that I've seen him in.
He helped move it along. He wasn't, the
Yeah. I'm so glad that him and the teenage now college girl didn't get together. That
Oh.
there's always a little bit of it was always a little iffy, but I was like
I know.
that would be gross.
But it was heartwarming.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
I like their character
I was say the little
development.
chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah, and her daughter, and it was
Yeah.
really cute. Yeah.
This is a side note, but her name was Madison, and the daughter's real name was also Madison as well.
Nice.
Oh wow.
So I wonder, do they do that? Like, just
That second one seems like a coincidence.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. That would be crazy if they're like, we want an actress, but her name has to be Madison.
Or maybe Coinky. I don't know. Coincidence?
I think not.
In Kevin Hart's 2009 comedy stand-up special entitled "I'm a Grown Little Man,"
Mhm.
he tells the story of he and his friends getting chased by an ostrich.
Yeah. Stop! He
movie.
sure did. I'll throw this whole phone at that.
Right. And in this movie, he and his friends get chased by ostriches. Yeah.
I have some fun facts about that. That's funny.
Well, do you have
Okay.
fun facts about Kevin Hart or
No,
about
the ostriches.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are some fun ostrich facts?
Let's know.
Okay, so are you ready for this? So, the desert chase involving the ostriches was a complete visual effects sequence supervised by Sony, and the scene begins with a single ostrich that turns into a full flock attacking the hero's doom buggies.
Oh, oh.
Wait, so it was all CGI?
Yeah, it was
CGI.
all
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
makes sense,
Okay. Yeah.
And to help the actors with their eye lines, the team used full-size painted ostrich heads mounted on poles and small stand-in foam sticks and painted poles.
That's fun. That would be fun to watch them do.
But that's really good acting because I would be sitting
Yeah.
there like, I'm terrified. I'm not.
Right.
I'm so terrified.
Yeah, 'cause you'd have to pretend to be terrifying because that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ostrich was like the biggest CGI of it all. It's like so many fun facts.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I like that they know so much about animals. So did they really tap into that? The characters, they're like,
Yeah.
I really know this.
Yeah,
So I do like that.
that was an interesting thing that they had the information and skill sets and stuff and it was. I feel like part of the storytelling device was everything about their character that they inherited or gained from the game were things that helped them grow into that as a real life person.
Yes.
Perfect example being, Bravestone was this brave
Yep.
leader type, but the Spencer or whatever was like a shy.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie marks the fourth collaboration between Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, having worked together in Central Intelligence, Jumanji, the first one, and who could forget Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, where Kevin Hart has a small cameo in it. And I really just put that fact in there just to remind you all, if you're like, man, I wish they were talking about Hobbs and Shaw instead of Jumanji.
No.
Turns out we already have, and you can check that out on a previous episode if you want.
I think that their friendship started at the first one, but it was solidified on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they definitely, I feel like you saw it more in the first one and then in this one, but their friendship dynamic really made those characters work.
Yeah, because they're outside of movie, they're real life. I want to say they're officially now, like Kevin Hart is officially now one of his godparents.
They're
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both godparents to each other.
I love that. I love that. That's always fun when you watch. I mean, like, it's more fun to talk about the beef between like The Rock and Vin Diesel or whatever, but it's sweet when you see like people that work together and find like-minded co-stars.
And I think all of them, like you just said, I think honestly all of them in this cast actually had good rapport.
Yeah.
And you could see that.
I like their character. And I'm thinking about when Kevin Hart had his accident. So I'm wondering if like, stopping between the filming and stuff like that for the next movie.
Right. He was in that accident during that time.
But I don't know.
Was that accident during this movie?
I can't remember. It's been a minute though.
2019?
God, he wasn't a really bad actor.
I can't remember when it was, but it makes me think about that. But they're so close and you can see that camaraderie. Like they play off each other. So I just wonder. But
because in the first movie, with the part of the plot being the two boys and their strained friendship, they did that coming back together. They did that so well, and they couldn't have if they weren't such good friends.
No.
Yeah.
Totally not. Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I like them.
He wasn't. He was 2019.
Okay, yeah. So I'm thinking like, because he was really injured for some time, and then he came out with his special a few years ago.
Oh.
So I'm thinking like maybe
Did
that
we
was a delay.
notice in the movie if he was like less active than the other people? I'm trying to remember.
No. I think like the movie had come out, and then I think he had his accident around that time because they usually film around like what, a year before?
His accident was September 1st. When did that movie come out?
All I have is 2019.
Yeah, so they they filmed that at least like a year and a half in advance. So
yeah. If you're like listening to this podcast and you're like, what movie are they talking about? I have no idea what's going on. Why did I even turn on this podcast episode? I have wonderful news for you. We've come prepared with a plot summary from the perspective of Milo, played by Danny Glover. I did not realize I had forgotten that he was such a sore subject for CJ. So
oh no, you're totally fine. I just want to.
We did bring her cake.
Wow, shut up. So this movie came out in December. His accident was in September.
Wow. Okay.
So he would have been recovering.
He would have
right?
been recovering.
Yeah.
Well, unless you film it like a year or so before it's actually released.
Yeah, that's
right. And they did film.
So that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, because he didn't seem injured. He either was being a very good actor or I don't know.
No. Yeah, I think, but it just made me think like, oh, he had his accident, and then so no, just
there are pictures of him and The Rock, like The Rock helping him.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that. Well, speaking of things we love, let's hear this amazing.
Wait, what are you going to do it in the voice of?
I'm going to try to do my dad voice.
This is Milo, played by Danny Glover.
Okay.
And if you don't know Tiffany's stand-up, whenever she does jokes about her dad, she has a very unique voice for him. So I thought that might be good for Danny Glover.
I like that.
If it's too good, CJ's just going to punch you in the face, though.
I like it.
Okay, CJ, you all can grade me. Okay.
You will never be hit by me because you're a cutie patootie.
Thanks. I try. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, all right. I'm gonna read about this. Okay. Well, now where do I begin? I was just visiting my old friend Eddie. He and I had some unfinished business. You see, years ago we ran a diner together. But I left without explanation. I came back to make peace, to talk things through. But instead of coffee and conversation, we got sucked into a video game. Yes, you heard me right, a video game. One moment, we were in the basement looking at some busted old console, And the next, poof, we were in Jumanji. And let me tell you, it was not what I expected. I woke up in the body of a zoologist named Mouse Finbar. Small fellow, quick on his feet, carried a backpack full of tools and facts. And wouldn't you know it, Eddie ended up as Smolder Bravestone, a mountain of a man with fists like wrecking balls and a smolder that could melt steel. Watching Eddie try to figure out his new body was, well, it was something else. We weren't just sightseeing. Jumanji was in trouble. A warlord named Jurgen the Brutal had stolen a magical gem called the Falcon's Heart, and the land was dying because of it. Our job, get it back and save the world. We teamed up with some young folks, Spencer, Fridge, Martha, and Bethany. They'd been through this before, but the game had changed. New levels, new dangers. And the avatars were all mixed up. Spencer was missing at first, but we found him later as a nimble thief named Ming Fleetfoot. We crossed scorching deserts, dodged stampeding ostriches, and climbed icy mountains. We even found a magical pool that let us switch avatars. That's when I got to be Cyclone, a flying horse. Yes, a horse. And let me tell you, that was a revelation. I could fly. I had wings. And for a man like me, who was nearing the end of his life, that meant something. Eddie and I had our ups and downs. Old grudges don't fade easy. But being in Jumanji gave us a time to talk, to forgive. And when the time came to leave, I made a choice. I stayed. I stayed in Jumanji as Cyclone, soaring through the skies, protecting the land. I was dying in the real world, but here I had purpose. I had peace. Life's funny. You think you got it all figured out, and then you wake up in a jungle with a backpack full of boomerangs, but sometimes the wildest detours lead you to the truth. I found mine in Jumanji, and if you ever get the chance to fly, really fly, don't hesitate.
All right, good job, Tiffany.
Don't
Took us
hesitate.
there.
I tried.
That was good. That
I
was
tried.
great.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate.
That
Okay.
the best part of that for me was watching your facial features as you're really bringing it to life with
I
your
was trying.
characterization.
That's my dad.
Side note that I remembered this when I read that plot summary.
Yeah.
The boomerangs were referenced in both movies.
Yes, they
and
were.
Never had anything to do. Did he ever throw a boomerang?
Well, in 2017 he did.
Did he?
He
Okay.
did. And then it came back. Now I can't remember seeing him throw the boomerang in.
I don't remember. I don't remember that.
But I do know
Okay.
for a fact he did it he was like, "Oh, boomerang, I can do it." And then he threw it and and then it came back and it hit them all like do 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 do.
Okay, yeah. So it
Yes.
did. So it did because I
Yes.
was like because that actually leads me into
But keep in mind he had no weaknesses.
no his weakness. The second one was
Yeah,
switch
second
blade.
one. Yeah.
So he had the man was his weakness.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Well, that actually leads us into. So I have 3 movie reviews for us. I have
Cool.
a bad one, a good one, and then like a short little mid one.
Okay.
And but the this conversation makes me think of the mid one. So I'm gonna
Okay, I was gonna say let's
start
go
with
with the mid one first.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the mid review because it's not like good or bad. It's just kind of random. The Rock gives the best performance of Danny DeVito's career. Also, Chekhov's gun shall henceforth be referred to as Chekhov's nunchucks. Well, do you know Chekhov's gun's like the thing that never
Mm.
the hot one or Ruby? That's her name.
Yeah.
It said her new skill was nunchucks. We never saw her with
Yes.
nunchucks.
I didn't. I don't
Huh.
remember that.
It was probably in the same scene where The Rock was using a boomerang.
That makes sense.
Probably.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the bad review, and then I'll keep us on a brighter note by
Okay.
giving us a good review.
I would say I have 3 funny Easter eggs for you, but go.
Ooh, okay, we'll do the reviews, and then
Yeah, I wanna
we'll do
hear-
the funny
yeah.
Easter eggs. So if you, I love bad reviews. They're so much fun. I wish
Love
more.
I say do the good one and then do the bad one last.
Okay. I just I didn't want us to be so like.
I mean, so sad.
No, okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, good one.
Bad.
good.
Bad.
Oh my gosh.
I think bad, then good. Do you mean good one?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so
Okay.
bad.
I'm
Bad first
going
date.
to read the bad one first
Okay.
and question every decision in my life after
No,
that.
no, no.
So, if you desperately need to kill 2 to 3 hours of your life and you can't get appointment at your dentist, this movie is just right for you.
Damn.
That's really harsh.
I think that someone accidentally submitted a napkin with a transcript of a high school conversation during lunch break as a scenario is a truly sad thing about a movie when you realize that the best dialogue of it is one-sided conversations with a camel.
Bruh.
Mhm.
I've been counting the deaths of the characters, hoping that the third death would happen as soon and as painfully as possible. The best thing about this movies are the titles at the end of it because you know that your suffering is finally over.
Stop. I'm
Okay,
giving
yeah.
my money back. Stop. That was good.
That was a good one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the next one?
All right, so you know, we'll
Well,
this is nice. This is
Okay.
nicer because we're a nice podcast that only makes fun of things for the first half of it. Um, the golden rule in movies: the sequel/remake is never better than the original. But you
Right.
know what?
Mhm.
Rules were meant to be broken.
Oh.
Okay.
Both of the Jumanji movies were amazing. From the legendary cast to the entertaining story, this movie has everything. You have the badassness from The Rock and Gillian and the hilariousness of Hart, Black, and DeVito for a perfect combination. It's so exciting and action packed. The sequel is better than the original. You can fight me on that all day. And that was very aggressive.
Okay.
And overall, this has been the best decade for film history.
I love
Oh,
that.
okay.
Can't wait till next year to see what new movies, new directors, and new actors there are to offer. He's still waiting, but maybe
Yeah,
it's coming.
I love that. That's a good one.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
that is.
that's a nice. I like
That's
to, you know,
nice.
after you, I like to find the worst reviews possible that bring a joke,
Yeah.
that bring a laughter into me. But then I like to give us kind of something to cleanse our palate.
Yeah.
Speaking of palettes, let's talk about Easter eggs, most specifically Easter eggs that CJ
Yeah.
has found in Jumanji 2.
Okay, love to do it. Love to do it. Let's see if you guys noticed it. Okay, Fridge's necklace. Anthony Fridge Johnson wears a gold necklace with the number 94 pendant on it.
Mhm.
Do you know
Mhm.
why?
I do because I read, but so I don't want to be the
Go
icing.
ahead.
Do you know why?
I don't.
So this is a nod to Dwayne Johnson's football jersey number at the University of Miami and the year and the possibility of the year 1994 near the original time of the original. Mandrills is a nod to the original Monkeys.
Okay.
Wait, mandrills.
Mandrill's from the original Jumanji.
Okay.
Is a nod.
Yeah,
so the
I could-
CGI
Huh,
mandrills
how
chasing
about
the
that?
gang across the road bridges are a callback to the monkey horde.
See, they're
I could
really
see that.
they're just every moment because the movies has nothing to do with the 95. They're like, remember, this is part of the universe is the 1995
It's
one.
connected.
It's connected. You ready for this? Here's another
Mhm.
connection. Mouse's cake allergy continuation. His character has a no cake badge on his costume.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I saw that, and then at the end where he didn't
He didn't cake.
realize.
He didn't even touch the
Yep.
cake.
He's like, mm-mm.
The Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse and the Alan Parrish tribute back again. And then my last one that I love, Aunt Nora's restaurant. So at the end of the movie, Aunt Nora, Danny DeVito's character, fulfills her dream of opening a restaurant, which ties up an unresolved arc from the original movie about her fate after the game was won.
Huh.
Oh.
Easter egg.
Look at that. They're like these. If you watch the movies and know then they have nothing to do with the original. But we're gonna tell you in these scenes. That
Well, it was really interesting. I guess the dialogue. It was really intense between her and Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
So I mean,
this movie, and this will go into our section about like our thoughts and opinions
Mhm.
and stuff. But I actually liked this movie better than the first.
Okay.
And the reason was because I was more invested in the characters because
Yeah.
we had a whole movie
Yeah.
to watch, and I really liked the new additions. I really liked the two older guys coming into it. I really liked when they were, and then they went above and beyond from the first one about like the body swapping and the actors playing different actors for. So it was like you had The Rock playing Danny DeVito as if Danny DeVito was
Mhm.
like it had all like
Yep.
yeah, and then at one point they even switched it again, and
That's
is
probably my favorite one they did.
that's
Yeah.
the uniqueness of these movies is, and that's why to me it's like it could stand alone if it wasn't a Jumanji movie.
Yeah.
The
I agree.
uniqueness is that these 4 kids and then 2 other guys go into a movie or go into a video game and get completely new characters, and through being those people, they discover things about themselves.
I like that.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, so what were y'all's thoughts, opinions, likes, dislikes, things that you wanted to? You're like, I have to come talk about this on the Quarter Mile podcast.
I like this. Now, Drew and I talked about this before. You had come in here and I said, Drew, did you intentionally pick this movie for me? Because it was very aging parent coded for sure. And it felt like, so I felt like I really enjoyed it because I felt like, oh my God, this feels like a road trip with me and my dad, like my parents, my aunt, just I guess when you think of like linguistics, trying to understand like, what does that mean? And then I really liked Jack Black's character when he switched and he came in as like Fridge.
Yeah.
But then it was given like Tropic Thunder.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my
He did
God.
so well.
Yes.
It was
definitely giving Tropic Thunder
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
exactly what I thought
I
of.
was
But
like,
I think he did better
he did really good.
than what's his name? Robert Downey.
Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I will always love Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
The fact that you came up and tried to play a black man.
It was, but it was
Yeah.
given like I like respected it because I was kind of like, okay, how?
And that's why I called him Jackson.
Oh, there we go.
That's the real reason. Because I was like, I don't know, Jack is just.
He was Jackson Black when
He was
did.
like Curtis
He-
Jackson.
he
I'm
was-
sorry, baby.
He did a really good.
He was definitely giving my cousin. He was
given
definitely
Black Man.
He was definitely giving black man.
He was, and then yeah, but I like the character arc. I like that. I like that they didn't really show where Spencer was for a little bit. I was kind of like, what?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, where is he? But like the resolution wasn't there. But then I liked that we got to see. I'm blanking on her name right now. Oh, not Bethany, but the other Is it Ruby?
Morgan, Megan,
Spencer's
Martha?
girlfriend, Martha.
Morgan.
Martha.
Yeah, it's
Mar-
Martha. Actress's
Martha.
name is Morgan. Real
Yes.
character is Martha.
Martha. We're gonna
Martha, yeah.
I liked Martha's.
Always,
character arc.
yeah. She was a
She's
fave.
probably the most well developed character in that whole in
Yeah.
both the movies. She
Yeah.
and I really think a big part of that is the Gillian what's the actress's name? Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan,
yeah.
The way she plays it.
She really helped that, like you said, from the beginning to the end. Her character arc. She
Yeah.
was probably the
Mhm.
like you said, the most
Well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too.
And I did not pick this movie knowing, but it was such a happy coincidence, like because I hadn't seen it literally since last night. I saw it for the first time, so
Okay.
like we had planned this way out. But yeah, it was. How about that? You know,
I said, "Did you choose this?" But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I felt like, okay, this feels great. And then I just really liked. I don't know. It felt like more like heartwarming, and I really like to see. I don't know, just like the camaraderie between like Danny DeVito, even though it wasn't their like characters, but like the characters that they were based off of. So I really liked the development between like Milo, and I just really liked it. So
yeah, for two side characters, they ended up having a
Yeah.
really good arc in that movie, and I loved that. And I know you'd said it was kind of predictable before we did the podcast, but like I didn't see it until like kind of like as it was happening. But I love that he decided to stay as the horse at the end.
yeah,
Oh,
I
that's probably my favorite.
yeah, I predicted it like really early.
I didn't expect that. I think I think that was great.
I don't know. I think they say people with ADHD, we kind of like predict the plot before it happens.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know what's going to happen. And I kind of knew what was going to happen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. That probably was one of my favorite scenes with him with us acknowledging him as him turning into a horse. Because I was like, wait, is he? And the funny thing is, I know you're gonna be crazy, but Mr. Ed played that character to a hilt.
Yeah,
That horse played
did
it.
great.
That horse did great.
Oh, he
The
did.
fact that every time they cued the horse to do what he was supposed to do, the horse did it.
Was it a real horse?
Was it?
Yeah, that was a real horse.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
That was not a CGI horse.
Good. Someone tell that. Where's that horse at in Hollywood now?
They need to be paid very well.
I'll make sure, but
Yes.
from my research that I found, that horse
That's
was.
cool.
Let me see.
Yeah, I liked Spencer's development. I mean, I thought it was interesting. I mean, I wanted a little bit more of like a resolution, but I also understood, I guess, going back into the game.
That was one
Shut
of
the
those.
fuck up. He was CGI.
Oh, bummer.
No wonder.
Bummer. I was like,
It
that's
was too good.
too good to be true.
was
It
too
literally
good.
wasn't.
Darn it.
No, I actually in this movie I didn't much care for the male lead characters, Spencer or Fridge.
Okay.
I mean, they were funny, they were good for the
Mhm.
plot, but like if you were to ask me about the actual characters, they never had enough for me
Mhm.
redeemable moments where I ended up liking them.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Fridge seems kind of like a bad friend all the time.
Yeah.
And then Spencer, I understood plot point why he went back in, but like let's just take an objective moment to be like the dude's insecurity led him to break up with his
Thank you.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then his only solution to fill this void was to go into a life-threatening video game. And kind of like he had to have known they'll come after me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I don't really like I liked it, but I feel like I didn't like Spencer, the
Yeah.
character. But I liked, like
Yeah.
when he became Aquafina's character, like mean Fleetfoot.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I'm basically myself. I'm allergic to everything and I'm scared. And then like their conversation. So
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like that, and I like that. I mean, that's the storytelling mechanism they do for this movie.
Right.
Is whichever character you're becoming, there's something to that that's part of your character development.
yeah,
So,
no, I
That
agree.
makes sense.
yeah, but no, in this movie, the girls
They had
they're like
really,
they're better characters.
yeah. I wonder about the writers because there's not any like female writers,
I think they're all dudes.
which
I
is
think
crazy.
they were all dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like if there were any female writers, they would maybe try and, or maybe in the next,
Yeah.
thing. But it does kind of give that like, not like misogyny, but like I'm like a masculine,
Yeah.
big tough guy, and I'm thinking to myself, you're in New York, you're in school for the first time,
Mhm.
of course you don't know what you're doing, like that makes sense, and then but also like the vulnerability part
Right.
of being like a young man and figuring out who you are and stuff
Well,
like that.
No,
one
they
of the-
were all men.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the director and one of the writers though, he was the guy that did New Girl for the whole series, so
True.
maybe he has like a perspective of
Yes.
there. Although I do, and we said this last week, but I still really like that with Ruby Roundhouse's character, but being controlled by uh
Gillian.
Gillian. So
Erin
Gillian,
Gillian, yeah.
but like the character that she was supposed to be, they showed her as like the stereotype of like a sexist woman, like feminine
Mhm.
type, but everything she did was always in the opposite of that because that was setting the point of we don't want her to be like a
Like
Lara Croft.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
like,
that's the damn, that's crazy. Keep going. I was
Yeah.
just
yeah, like encapsulating. I feel like I liked. Well, I mean, not the first one, but I like her. I guess her confidence
Yes.
has changed throughout this one, and like even if she's not like, oh, I don't know who I want to be, she's still okay with who she
Yes.
is, and I like
Absolutely.
that.
And
So
and you could tell at the beginning of this one that she was a more mature and confident character than the last one. And the last one, I mean, that was part of the character development, learning how to
Mhm.
flirt, learning how to be comfortable in this woman's
Yep.
body. And then like this one from the first scene you see her and she's just more talkative, she's more like confident.
Mhm.
And so that was cool. One thing I didn't I guess we could, since we're talking about characters,
Mhm.
this one they gave us a villain, but who cared? Like the bad
It was
guy
weird.
wasn't really much of anything. Like
No.
you didn't. There wasn't like a wow, this was such a good villain or whatever. It was just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
he's there.
well, now
Yeah.
we know why the characters are just now developing.
4K. Why?
Because there has never been a female writer
That's what I'm saying. There's
on
no.
the Jumanji.
There's never
ever.
been a. Yeah. There's no
Since
female writers.
1995.
Wow.
And then in 95, they had no
yeah.
all male, 2017, all male, 2019, all male.
Yeah.
They said they credit the film screen contribution is more prominent in casting and performance.
Right. Yeah. It's.
They could use a woman.
That's what I'm
writer.
saying. I like looked and I said,
Yeah.
"There's no women."
Kind of reminds me of the National Institute of Women's Health,
which is all men too.
which is all
Yeah,
men.
men. Yeah,
It's all men.
it's all about men.
It's all
Yeah.
about
I mean,
men.
we love you, Drew.
We'll tell you how these women characters can be played.
Yeah, there are no
no,
credited
no.
female writers among the main writing teams in any of the Jumanji
Man.
films.
I mean, I want to give them.
And now that
credit.
disappoints you. I know that really
Yeah,
hurts your
that's
feelings.
it's
I
just
did not mean to hurt your
it's
feelings.
well,
today.
it's just
Sorry.
whenever it's like sometimes this kind of stuff happens.
You are such the best person, Drew.
Sometimes this
You're the
happens, and
best.
it's genuinely like
He's so
It's just a
great.
fluke, like it's the people got together to make the movie, and then like, wait, we're all dudes in this lineup,
Yeah.
But like
After the second one,
I would
that's
think,
when you're looking
it's-
for more talent, you should be like, which voices aren't being heard in this?
Yeah.
and then on the third one, come
They
on.
have to have a win.
Listen, Jumanji, if you're listening,
Please.
No,
we need
you
a woman.
good.
We need a woman writer.
Nah,
We
you good.
do.
Keep it like you keeping it. Nah, keep it like that. Don't ask me to come in.
No, I noticed
You can
it,
ask
though.
us. You can
Yeah,
ask. We'll
totally.
show up.
No, but I mean, I'm gonna give the men credit for
Hold on.
like not, I guess, not making her like not making her like a sexual object
Right.
or something like that. Like I appreciate that, but I noticed I said, well, where are the women? But I don't know if there's also, like improv on set. So then they're giving credit to Aquafina's character or like Aquafina, not her character, but like Aquafina the actress or
Yeah.
Kevin Hart or anything
Well,
like that. So
they did have prominent women roles and women characters in the movie,
Yeah.
but they could use behind the scenes but I think that's I mean, you guys would know this better than me, but like that's one of the critiques of Hollywood is like not enough women directors, not enough women like bosses. So.
Yeah, because I wanted to see more. I mean, I wanted to see more of Bethany, and I didn't understand why she didn't go in there. But then I liked how they. But I like how they brought her back with Alex.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Her and I remember when I was watching it, I felt like her character development was also somewhat like maybe the best one. Like now that we're talking about it, it's definitely the other girl who's like definitely had the most character development. But when I was watching it, I was most impressed with you kind of had the self-centered selfie girl.
Yes.
And now even at the beginning of the movie, which was fun how they started both movies off with a picture. The
Mhm.
first one is her selfie.
Yes.
And the second one is her taking a picture of nature, which is kind of showing us that like her character development in the same way that when you see the first thing of Morgan's character, she's like very much more confident. Actually, and you kind of see you still see Fridge is obsessed with health now after having been Kevin Hart for a bit. So his first scene is working out, and then Spencer right from the beginning, he's the fourth of the three look happy, and then you go to him and you're like, oh, something's going on there because he looks very sad and depressed. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of sad and depressed, let's get into our Too Fast, Too Furious movie rating.
Oh yeah.
So this doesn't have to be sad and depressed.
Right.
Too Fast, we loved it. Fast, we liked it. Furious, we didn't like it, and then Too Furious, we hated it, and our life is less than because of it. What are we giving it?
I feel like Too Fast. I thought it was really. I mean, I felt like it was good. Like I felt like I want to see more character development, but I really enjoyed it. So I mean,
that.
and I don't know, somebody's got an aging parent on set because I feel like they definitely put those themes in there.
Those were some good themes.
Yeah, and that would definitely bring people to movies for sure. So yeah.
I'm giving it a fast. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I only found one woman that was a leading executive producer on Jumanji.
I should give it a fast just for that. But like,
and that's the reason I'm giving it. No, just kidding. No. I enjoyed it. It's definitely if it's on TV, I'm not gonna cut it off.
Another puppy, dog, and popcorn movie.
Definitely another puppy, dog, and popcorn movie. Definitely. Oh look, Jumanji 2's on, and here's Gizmo, and it's a slice of pie or some popcorn. Okay,
cool. I'll give it a fast as well. And and last week when I was giving it a fast, I said it was like a
short a brisk walk.
I called it a brisk walk.
I like that.
So
a brisk walk.
I was like, it's not like is there like a
brisk
walk would be the mid.
We actually took out the mid to make people have to because we used to say, I don't remember what we used to say, but we used to
did.
give. And
then, but I like a brisk walk.
Yeah. So this one is faster than a brisk walk.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed it, but I don't feel comfortable saying too fast.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's not like, oh my gosh, this is the best movie.
So you're sprinting.
Ooh.
Like a jog.
I'm jogging.
You're jogging?
I'm jogging.
Yeah.
Because I did enjoy it. And I might even watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I've learned that there's I can't explain it, but there's a feeling after I watch a movie that's a too fast, and I'm like, oh, this was awesome. Whereas
no, it's not. It's a power walk.
This is how I knew I was going to give it a fast. At the end of it, when they gave that wide open for a sequel, I thought to myself, I'd watch 3.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, whereas I think if I was giving it Furious or Too Furious, I'd be like, I'm not gonna watch 3.
No,
I'm okay with the sequel coming out.
I like somewhere between Fast and Too Furious. That's where because it was.
I think you're on a brisk walk.
Yeah.
I'm on a brisk walk on a cool day.
Yeah,
with the
jogging
with the windbreaker.
You're on a jog. You're on a jog with
New
your headphones in.
Balances.
And
All
you're
right.
not listening to this movie, so yeah, I get it.
No,
You got an 8-track,
yeah.
you know.
Like I said, last night I
someone's
was
coming up
watching
trying to talk to
something.
you, and you're like, I have my headphones.
You're like,
on.
see you later, Sharon.
So, Drew's best. That's
Ooh,
Fitz.
ready?
What?
I'm ready.
This
I'm ready.
is-
Okay, so
this is my game.
you have to guess. We have to guess. Like, what is the rules? What
So
you're this time? What are you doing?
the theme I've temporarily changed the name to Bravestone's biggest blunders.
Oh,
okay.
And so I'm going to give you 3 scenes.
CJ, I'm gonna need your help.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you
I
3
got you.
scenes, and you're going to pick what I think was the best of these scenes. One of the things I liked about this movie was when Danny DeVito's character, I guess played by The Rock, he kept messing up and just doing stupid stuff, and it was just a little funny,
Mm,
and so I'll give you the 3 of my favorite of his
okay.
blunders. And you're trying to pick which one we'll just
That
make
you
it pretty
enjoyed the
The
most.
most.
we're gonna say it was the best. So enjoyed the
Okay,
most,
okay,
called it the
okay.
best.
Okay.
If you pick correctly,
Okay.
CJ gets a point.
Okay.
We're having a whole season battle.
He's
If you-
winning right
If
now.
you, yeah, I'm winning. She won last year. It
I
feels
did
like.
one last
She
season.
she
Okay, okay.
won season 2.
Okay.
But
Uh-oh, sorry.
I am currently winning in this one. So if you guess correctly, CJ gets a point. If you
If
guess
I
incorrectly,
you
I
get
get a
it.
point. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So here's the
I'm gonna try.
3 best bits.
Okay.
Bravestone's biggest blunders. The first one we've already talked about the scene. That big old ostrich fight when he picks a fight with an ostrich and all of them come out.
Okay.
The second one was when he was standing watch and he just started beating up the entire crowd.
Okay.
Right. And then the third one, you could almost argue these are the same scene, but I'm gonna say they're not, and it's my game to this week. Next week, CJ will have the rules. But at the end, when they run out and everyone's chasing them, and then Switchblade or whoever has the bazooka.
Oh.
And then he gets in that speech where he's like, there comes a time in every man's life where you got to stand up. And then, of course, he shoots it, and that. So those are the 3 blunders: ostriches, crowd fighting, and bazooka. Which one do you all think I enjoyed the most?
I feel like I want to say 2
I almost want to say 2, but for
because
some
the way you say it, but then maybe 3 because your inflection kind of changed.
Ooh,
I'm
maybe
going
I'm
with
messing.
3. Only reason I'm going with 3 is just because of I feel like he is giving us that clue, like they're not
Yeah.
the same scene.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And he's like, it's my game.
It's my game.
Yeah.
Or
going
is
with
he
3.
doing that to like throw us off?
Ha ha. Ha ha. I'm
Oh,
still going with 3. I'm going with my gut. I'm going with 3. What are you going with?
man, I feel like Drew just raised his eye. I guess.
Go with your first. You said 2?
I guess 2. We'll
All right.
see.
So 2 on Tiffany, 3
Yeah.
on CJ.
Yeah.
It's a wash because 2 was my favorite.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. And this
Okay.
isn't something you guys would have naturally known.
Thank you for telling me.
But yeah, I was like, she almost converted you to being wrong. It was great. I was really
I would
crossing
never.
my metaphorical fingers. But here's why I like that scene, and I feel like anyone who games a lot can understand. Whenever you're playing any kind of those free range games, like it's always tempting to just go beat up all the townspeople. But then in all of those kind of games, GTA, Baldur's Gate, whatever. There's always a thing in the game where if you beat up enough townspeople, like the cops will come, or like really strong bad guys will come and stop. And it's kind of a little scary. Like there's even a thing in one of the original Zeldas where if you threw enough chickens, then tons of chickens would come and attack you. Like that's And so like when that happened, a little part of me was like, oh, I've been there before. So and I knew none of like you wouldn't naturally know that about me. So
no, but it felt like 2. I was like, it's given 2.
They were both good scenes. Okay. Well.
So what does that mean?
That's it.
That means
he won.
That means technically I'm still in the lead.
Okay.
This particular round neither helped nor hurt either of us.
Okay, that's fine.
So, and I've not kept count of the.
As of right now, I know you're in the lead.
Before our
2.
last filming, I'm gonna have to like go back and listen to which points so I can be
Oh my
like,
gosh.
this is the actual score because I have no idea.
I want to say you're about 2 points though.
That sounds right. I don't know. But you know what I do know? is next week we are gearing up for our last kind of couple movies together. So we'll be watching National Treasure.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we will be doing a People's Choice. So you still have time to give us suggestions for movies. So we will watch one movie that the crowd is helping us find. And then we have what we're calling Kenny's Choice, which is CJ's man's gonna, and maybe he'll come guest on it. And,
we're making sure he does.
Yeah, that would be great. And then things to look forward to after season 3. We're gonna do a spooky season led by CJ. And then who knows? And then maybe Jesus will come back and we'll all be in heaven.
That would be kind of nice.
Like, I don't know. Like, that'll take us for a while. But Tiffany, thank you so much for being on our podcast.
Yeah, you got anything coming up or anything like that they need to see about in the future or tagging or anything?
We have our just a couple episodes left of Living Through the Shift. So by the time this one comes out,
by the time this comes out, you can literally marathon the whole first season. It'll be there, and we'll link it.
And then we have Ron and Tiff, me and the Ron and Tiff TV, our podcast, comedy podcast with Rhonda Sweat. So that's out too. So yeah. So if you
is that out yet? I saw a preview and I couldn't find where to watch the episode. And I meant to ask you.
It's out. I have to get the clips from DeAndre.
Love it. Love Rhonda.
So
awesome.
we're doing that. And then I think probably we'll be having a caregiver comedy show probably at the end of the year. So nice. I'll promote it, and Drew will let you all know.
I'll tell you all.
Can you tell us where to find you or anything?
I am at what is my social? Oh, I'm at Tiffany Jillian Harris on Instagram, my full government name, because I'm not that creative. So, but also I didn't know how to spell my middle name for 10 years. So I think that's why I do it.
So now you're proud.
So now I'm proud. I'm like
Tiffany Jillian.
Yeah, I'm like, I know how to spell. I used to spell it Jelaine, and then I looked at my birth certificate.
Well, thank God, because Jelaines aren't good people, apparently.
I'll be honest, I've never met a Jelaine. I don't want to, though. They don't sound right.
No, they don't.
I'm good on any Jelaine right now.
No.
If you're listening to this and your name's Jelaine,
we're sorry.
Just stop.
Just change it.
Just kidding.
We're sorry. Just call your name Jillian. It's fine.
Yeah, call your name G. Or J, whichever the initial starts.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Well, to everyone listening to this podcast, even the
Jillians.
Yeah, especially the Jillians.
Or Jelaine.
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on all the social medias.
Please.
Have a great day. Go watch a funny movie. And whatever you do, go live your life a quarter mile at a time.